Hello viewers, this is Panshak Jan here. Are you a public speaker or do you have a presentation as your company, organization, or maybe your church or religious body? Do you need a few lessons? If yes, then with this video or with this lesson, I will be saving you hours and hours of surfing social media or the YouTube to learn the good perfect ways to present speech. How to give the perfect presentation. One is to prepare, one is to plan, prepare, practice, and perform. As simple as that. To plan. Now, when you're planning a presentation, I think what you have to do is to ask yourself, who are the audience? How mature are they? Are you giving an audience to people of 60s, to senior citizens, to teenagers, to youths, or to toddlers? When you've identified the audience you would be presenting to, you have to write or prepare your speech to be to their level. So you don't go and write ambiguous words or present ambiguous words to toddlers or to teenagers who are not yet familiar with such kind of words and presentations. Or you don't go and crack baby jokes in the presence of senior citizens. And while you're planning, you have to decide what are the key messages I want to share in this presentation. I should have at least one or two because this will make your presentation powerful and impactful. Number two is preparation. When you're done, I believe nowadays with technology and everything, what would you be using to prepare? Are you using a slide? Would you be preparing on your laptop? Would you just be giving a verbal speech? Can you read directly from a piece of paper? You have to decide all of this. And if you're preparing with a projector, that means you have to get ready and practice. Get the projector. You try to ensure your computers are working a day or two ahead of time. I assure you this would help you save time so you don't come at the dying minute and you're trying to see that, oh, this HTML cable is not working on my system. That's one of the problems you shouldn't face, which would also demotivate you. Practice they say makes perfect, right? But in presentation they say that every 1 hour of practice counts for 1 minute of presentation, which means that if your presentation should be 5 minutes, then you should practice for 5 hours. You should practice thoroughly. And when you're practicing, you need to take notes of your body posture, how you move your hands, your arms, how you smile, how your vocal sounds, all of these things. When you practice, you make sure you take note of them and you improve on the places where you identify challenges. Now, performance, as simple as it is, performance is where you go and deliver your presentation. It's your final stage. The thing with performance is after you've performed a presentation, when you go back to your seat an hour or less than an hour later, you get these ideas that begin to pop up in your head and you wish I said this on stage. Don't ever feel like your presentation wasn't perfect. It's just like having an argument and after the person you're arguing with left and you remember that, oh, I wish I mentioned this point while arguing. You get, that's how presentations work also. So if you practice long enough, you will deliver in your performance, and then you would know if you performed well by the cheer of the crowd or the applause or whatever it is that qualifies your performance. I'll only leave you with one quote here. It says, there are always three speeches for every one you actually gave: the one you practiced, the one you gave, and the one you wish you gave. Remember when I said about after presentation and you go back to your seat and you're wishing, oh, I wish I had said this thing. The one you practice. The one you practice is the one you deliver, right? But you don't deliver 100% of what you practice. Right on stage, you might decide that, okay, I should make an improvement here. Maybe by looking at the audience face and maybe you wrote a joke, but the joke didn't work well with the crowd, they didn't smile, then you could switch into something different. That's where the one you practice and the one you gave might be different. But also, what What this means is you have to be flexible. You have to make room for flexibility in presentation. Don't just go and memorize like you're cramming. They say cramming, right? Like it's an exams where you have to give word for word. No. When you practice, make sure you make room. You give room for flexibility because you have to flow with the crowd. All right. That's where your performance and the one you wish you gave. When you wish you do, you after the presentation, you wish you said this. I feel like it's important for you to always have a notebook and you jot down some of the things you learned about your last performance. This would help prepare you for the next presentation ahead. Now, if you've learned a thing or two here, I'd like you to hit the subscribe button so that you can get notified every time we upload the next video. Thank you very much. I'm in Panshak Jan.